Who does this hotshot think he is?
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Hotshot. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front, we got Hotshot looking all hotshotty, Legacy United Cybertron Universe Hotshot. He has a Deluxe Class of the Lujo Transformers. On this side of the box, we have the lovely Legacy artwork. On this side, we have Hotshot. We have more of Hotshot. Up top, Legacy United. On the bottom, words, things, barcodes on the back of the box. Your obligatory product shots, and that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have Hotshot, another Cybertron dude in this Legacy line. And here he is in his robot mode. He is packed in robot mode, and this is Hotshot as he appeared in the Transformers Cybertron show. Yeah. Not a bad figure, not a great figure. I definitely have my issues with the proportions, but we'll get to all that as we go through the review here. But let's get in close here so we can take a look not at that Hotshot crotch, at the Hotshot noggin. Boop, there it is. Such a Hotshot. You can see, nice head sculpt though. Got some nice silver there on the face, blue for the eyes. Kind of visor there, kind of done in a, it's not yellow, it's not gold, it's kind of, it's like a gold-ish. You get some more of that gold-ish. Here on the abdomen, some gunmetal gray, some red. Autobot symbol right there on the shoulder. Some bits here picked out in red as well. His arms are just weird. It's just, yeah, his arms are just weird. Just kind of connected in a weird place. And then he has these tiny forearms. Like, that's not, you know, forearms are not supposed to be that short. It's like here's his hand and his forearm stops here. It's wholly unnatural. It's just very weird. But you know, it is what it is. But you can see we got the chunks of car here just hanging off of the arms. This is accurate to his animation model, accurate to the character. One thing, if you don't like these, you can just take these off. They're just pegged in. You can't remove them if you don't like them. So, hey, things you can do if you want to do it. There's nowhere else to put them, but you can take them off if you want to take them off. But moving down the body, get some nice details, some little bits of that gold-ish going on there. Little toesies, heelys. Got the windshield hanging off of his butt. Again, it's accurate to the original toy, accurate to the animation model. Some gunmetal gray back there. You know, little fins. You can have these up, you can leave them down, totally up to you. What you want to do there. But yeah, not great. Not great. Not bad either, but not great. Now, articulation-wise, what have we got? I'm going to tell you. The head is on a ball joint, so you do get some wiggly-waggly. You can look up a little bit, look down some. Head can do a full 360. Now, granted, if you undo this panel behind his head, then you can totally get more movement out of that joint. You can have him doing total squirrel and then some. That's totally up to you what you want to do there, but you have to undo that panel behind his head. To do that, arms can do a full 360. Stuff will kind of get in the way, but it can do a full 360. Can move in and out at this hinge. He can hit himself in the head with his shoulder. You do have this hinge as well, but you only get about that much outward movement out of it. You get bicep rotation. You have 90 degrees of bend there at the elbow. Again, those forearms are ridiculously short. You have wrist rotation in there as well, although it is kind of hard to turn his wrists with these big chunks in the way, but there you go. Wrist can rotate. Pop that back on. You have waist rotation. Legs can go forward that far. You can do the big boot. Back about that far before the butt plate gets in the way. Outward, he can do the full splits. Got thigh rotation. 90 degrees of bend at the knee. And his little toesies, they can move up. They cannot move down. And you have lots of ankle tiltage. Now, as far as accessories go, he does get his blaster right here, done in a transparent yellow with some gunmetal gray paint on it, and very reminiscent of the weapon the original figure had. And he does also have his Cyber Planet key there. Now, it is actually cast. I don't know how well this will come across on camera, but it's actually cast in this yellow plastic. from certain angles you can see the yellow, and then he just painted the inside of it red. So that's how they got that working, but it's gas in the yellow, but painted in red. But that is all you get accessory-wise. Now, as far as the Cyberplanet key goes, you'll take it and just tab it right into the slot right here. On the original figure, tabbing the Cyberplanet key in would make these wings pop up, so you can kind of emulate the gimmick there in some way, shape, or form. Things you can do if you want to do it. You can also take the blaster and store it on the port on his back if you want. Hooray for storage. And of course we can have him wield his weapons. We can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang, and all of that good stuff right there. And yes, the blaster is Blues compatible. Yes, it is Blues compatible. Plug it in. Oh, we can do a big ol' hot shot. Oh yeah. Oh, they can never withstand the power of the Blues. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with our Cybertron Screamer. So you can see how that works out. With other current Cybertronians. And here he is with the original Cybertron Hotshot. So you can see what is going on here. I mean, they've basically kept, you know, pretty much all the aesthetics the same. Some minor differences as far as coloration and where it is. I do like the original shoulders. The original shoulders look a lot better the way they're connected as opposed to this one, which are just kind of connected by this weird, just singular thin point. Just looks odd. The original does have the tiny forearms as well, so that carried over to the new version. So clearly they're keeping with tradition there, but you know, we'll give you the turnaround. And of course, all the kind of car parts just kind of hanging off are pretty much the same. Again, some little deco differences here and there. You have yellow wings, you have red wings. You know, this little section here should be the dark blue. Also could use a little bit more detail. This has some detail there. This one doesn't have any of that molded detail there. A little bit of yellow. That should be on the heels, which will also be the spoiler in the vehicle mode. So, you know, some coloration differences, some molding differences. But my original, the slider's a little loose, so he likes to tip to the side a little bit, but, you know. Again, you can kind of see what's going on here between the original and the new version of Hotshot. So, there you go. So that is basically it for the robot mode. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. So the first thing we're going to do is work on the legular region. So we're just going to open up this panel and then just collapse all of this down. Make sure you push it in all the way. You can close that panel up. You can then bring the foot in, flip the foot in, and then close that back up. Second verse, just like the first. Open that up, collapse the leg. Make sure you collapse it in all the way, close that back up. Bring this down so you can flip the toes in and close that up. Once that is done, you can tab the two halves together like so. And we got the rear of the car all done. And next we want to undo the backpack here, and you can just kind of lift that up a little bit, take this panel, flip that in. You're then going to take this entire thing and rotate it 180, take his head and flip it in, then bring the shoulders together to form the front of the car. You're then going to take all this, bring it back. You can leave the fins in, leave them out, do whatever you want there. I'm going to put them in for now, but take this, bring it back and down, and that will just tap itself in right there, and we're already at the home stretch. Just bring the arms back. Got these two tabs that'll go behind this section here, so just kind of pull it out a little bit and drop it in. Bring that arm back, and just pop that in. Bring the windshield down. We'll just tab in right there. Snap into place, get it all nice and squozen, and there you go. There we have Cybertron Hotshot in his alt. Oh, whoa, in his alt mode. Yeah, nice looking alt mode. I do quite like it. I think it looks pretty dang good, in my opinion. But let's get in close here so we can take a look. So the little details. You got the headlights there picked out in that gold-ish, and looks like it could use a second coat, but it's okay. Got the gunmetal gray there on the hood. There's nothing, no paint on the front grille. You got the yellow windshields and windows. Again, you got that gunmetal gray up top, more of that gold-ish up top as well. Again, gotta use the second coat. You kind of see the blue kind of bleeding through a little bit. You got the wheels here. The rims aren't painted like on the original, but still, you know, you got the wheels going on there. The front wheels are pinned. The back wheels are clipped. At least they have the clip on the inside, so the clip's not just kind of staring you in the face. So I appreciate that at least. I mean, you have those openings there, but still, at least it's not just a clip just staring at you. So I like it when the clip-on wheels work that way. There's the back of the car. There is the top. There is the bottom. He does... If you look at him from this point of view, he does have variable head syndrome. Yes, you can turn his head around, but this is just funnier. And if you want to make it even more funny, you can just kind of pop his head up a little bit. You can just have him kind of peeking through as he's driving. Things you can do if you want to do it. I'm just saying. But of course, you can turn his head around if you don't want to see his face. But yeah, no. Anyway, he can roll, as rolling things should. Hooray. Hooray for rolling. And for comparison, here he is with Screamer, Whoosh, and with some other Cybertronians, so you can see how they all look together. And here he is with the original Cybertron hotshot. So you can see how that works out. You can see the original is a little bit bigger than our newer version. But all in all, I think both look good, personally. Again, some differences with molding and paint apps between the two. But I think they both look good as far as I'm concerned, but there you go. As far as the accessories go, yes, you can store everything in the alt mode. Of course, the gun can plug right up top like so. The Cyberplanet key can plug right where it did in robot mode, just in the slot right back here. And if you want the fins out, you can totally have the fins out. Now again, on the original figure, the key made the fins flip out, but here you have to do it manually. It really wasn't that much of a gimmick on the original toy, so you're not missing out on much of anything. But I'm sure people will still complain about it as if it's not 2024 and we haven't had gimmicks like that in a very long time, but you know, it is what it is. But anyway, there is your storage. Hooray for storage. So there you have Hotshot, and yeah, he's okay. The alt mode, I like the alt mode. I think the alt mode is where this figure shines. The robot mode, it's okay. I'm just not a fan of the proportions. I'm not a fan of his arms in particular. Granted, the arms of the original figure had the same kind of weird proportion issues, but at least the shoulders looked better. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think this figure is much of an upgrade or much of a downgrade from the original. I think this is more kind of a lateral move because, honestly, they didn't really change a whole lot. They changed some proportions, some color placements, you know, but other than that, it's you know, not much different from the original. And obviously, yes, this figure has more articulation than the original, but I just mean overall, you know. Even transformation-wise, you know, the transformation scheme is almost identical to the original. They just kind of did things a little differently. So yeah, decent figure, not great, not bad in my opinion. It's just, it's you know, he's there. He's there, he's okay, he's alright, you know, he's there. So, there you go. Now, I picked this up from CMD Store. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out the Legacy playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Hotshot. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Hotshot, how are you? You know what? Just occurred to me. You remind me of someone. Yeah, who? You remind me of someone else who had the word hot in their name. Oh, really? Yeah. You even have little fins on your back, like that other hot did. Seems too much to be a coincidence. Quick, do you enjoy fishing? Not really. Have you ever fixed someone and left the piece out? Not that I recall. Are you waiting for me to die so you can take over as leader? What? Jeez, no! So you say. So you say. I'll be keeping an eye on you. That was a very weird conversation. I'm aware.